spend so much time wondering if you're enough. One day you'll realize you always were. There'll be moments when life doesn't go the way you imagined. Some dreams will change. Some plans will unfold differently. Some chapters end before you're ready. And yet, you'll discover strengths you never knew you had. You'll make mistakes. Everyone does. Some feel small. Others feel much bigger. Try not to carry them forever. They were never meant to become your identity. They were only meant to become your teachers. There will be seasons when you feel like everyone else has life figured out. They don't. They're learning to, just like you. Just like you. Please don't spend so much time comparing your journey to someone else's. Your life isn't running behind. It's simply unfolding at its own pace. You'll worry about whether you're doing enough, working hard enough, loving well enough, giving enough. Please remember, the people who truly love you aren't measuring you that way. They simply love you. There'll be days when you feel incredibly strong and days when getting through the day quietly is the bravest thing you can do. Both kind of days belong. Both are part of becoming who you are. One day you'll begin treating yourself with the same compassion that you've offered to other people. It won't happen overnight, but it will happen, and life becomes a little softer when it does.